Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. In today's video, we are doing a reading and energy update for our beautiful collective here on YouTube. So I'm going to go ahead and get started by shuffling the traditional tarot cards. Now, I will say right away that this is one of those reading videos where I truly have no idea where it's going to go. I am just not really getting any strong sense of where the reading is going to lead us today. Sometimes I do get insights or messages in advance, but I'm really not feeling that happening in today's video. So that means that, of course, your energy is going to be extra powerful when it comes to really molding and shaping the messages that come through here, regardless of when or where you are tuning in from. Because these videos are timeless, which means they are operating at a quantum level where time doesn't really exist, at least not in a linear way. So even if you are listening to this video on some future timeline, months or even years after it's being posted, your energy can still and will still be consciously affecting this video. And so whenever you find any message here that connects for you, it is meant for you no matter when or where you are listening from. With that being said, I do always say in my readings to only take the messages that do connect for you in that personal and intuitive way. And of course, to leave the rest here. And if you do want to tune your energy in to the reading in a stronger way, I also recommend liking the video and subscribing to the channel. These are forms of energetic transference that do tend to allow me to pick up more easily on your energy and channel more specifically for you and your situation. And I know that sometimes you guys like to know what I'm eating or drinking during these readings, so I do have an iced coffee. It's just a caramel iced coffee with almond milk. So let me know if you are eating or drinking anything while you are listening to this reading. I would love to hear from you in the comments section. Also, if you have anything to share regarding how your life is going currently, anything that you're currently going through or experiencing or creating or doing in your life, I would love to hear about it. So yeah, feel free to leave a comment anytime you feel guided to connect in with this community. And otherwise, let's go ahead and get started. I'm just going to take a quick sip of my coffee here. Okay, so what can I channel for our beautiful collective here? I will be diving into any specific threads that want to come through. I got the name Anna for someone, so that could be relevant for someone listening. What can I channel here? The 10 of Cups. So this card made an appearance in our last reading video. I can't remember if it was in the main reading or the extended, which, by the way, these Monday, Wednesday, Friday readings do have an extended version. So I channel an exclusive extended reading just for either Patreon members or YouTube members. So if you'd like to learn more about joining for a membership, that information is in the description box. And if at any point during this reading you do want to become a member, then you can do so using the link in the pinned comment underneath this video. So when this card came out in the last reading, I said it represents this timeline you are moving into of peace and harmony. And I said that very notably, you are entering into this phase of your life where anything or anyone who can't connect with you in that energy of peace, I'm hearing anyone who does not add to the peace in your life, is being ejected from your life. So if someone can't keep, I'm hearing my guide say, instead of keep pace with you. They're saying keep peace with you. That's what I'm getting here. Like if someone can't, like keep up with you energetically, meaning if they aren't able to sustain the kind of higher vibration necessary to stay in your life long term, but also if they can't keep peace with you, meaning if they can't contribute to and facilitate and add to the peace and harmony of your life, then they are going to find themselves being ejected out of your life. And when this occurs for certain individuals, and for many of you, this has already been happening with people in your life, you may notice that they tend to project back onto you, that they may get very volatile or upset or create conflict with you because they don't want to face the fact that the reason they're not able to reach you or connect with you isn't because you are rejecting them. It's not because you're giving them the silent treatment. It's because they are literally being energetically blocked out of your life because they are not aligning with that frequency of peace necessary for them to maintain a consistent connection with you. And I'm hearing inner peace. Like when I talk about aligning with that energy of peace, I mean they have to make peace with themselves internally first. And I feel that we're dealing with people here, or the ones coming up in this reading are ones who are afraid to even look at themselves, to look at their true inner self, let alone to make peace with themselves. It's almost like they're running away from themselves or from that truer part of themselves internally, and then trying to connect with you externally. But again, because they haven't made peace with themselves, they're not able to sustain that peaceful energy around themselves necessary for them to be allowed into your life in a consistent, stable way. And that is no fault of yours. It's simply energetics. They are literally being ejected from your life because they can't match your frequency. That's what I'm picking up on here. But I do feel you receiving potentially at times some amount of blame or some amount of projection from these individuals. But ultimately, it's meant to kind of, by putting them in their own echo chamber, push them into themselves, push them to confront themselves, because again, they've been running from themselves. So you're actually serving a higher purpose in their life through the way that your energy is kind of ejecting them right now. It's not to be harsh, it's to allow them to see themselves more clearly and to be given the opportunity to actually make peace with themselves. That's what I'm picking up on here very strongly. So, wow, I was not expecting all of those messages to come through. So what else can I channel for all of the beautiful souls listening in here? I'm definitely picking up on some thread of energy that seems to be hanging on to you. And of course, I pulled the Lovers card right as I said that, the card that stands for deep, high vibrational soulmate or twin flame love or connection. I feel that I'm trying to get a handle on this energy that's hanging on to you. Okay, so I saw kind of, I don't know how to describe it. I saw someone wearing a lot of black colored clothing or a lot of dark clothing. I also saw, like, for some reason, skeletons associated with this. Like, I'm hearing something about like heavy metal music. I'm seeing, I don't know, like someone that's dressed in kind of like what we consider to be sort of like rocker or goth or like emo kind of clothing. That's kind of the best way that I can describe it. I keep getting something about like a band. This person may be in a band, or they may listen to like really heavy metal music or something of that nature. This person could be a musician. I'm definitely getting that as well. I'm seeing like one of those like beanie hats also. That could be relevant to this person. I don't know why I'm picking up so many specifics, because I don't usually do that, but that was coming up for someone. I'm also picking up something about someone kind of like brooding over you at a distance. And something about this connection, I'm hearing it's like, I wanted to say it was like dusty in terms of like having collected dust over the period of time that it's been since you've actually met or connected with this person. Like, this feels like a very old thread of energy. This feels like a person that you may have communicated heavily with at some point in time. I'm talking like, I keep seeing the number 10. This could be like even 10 years ago for some of you, maybe 10 months ago. I don't know. I feel like there's something about it having been a while since you've really meaningfully connected with this person. I'm getting such a specific thread of energy here. Of course, as I always say, only take the specifics here that do connect for you, because I feel that this is just going to be meant for a certain group of people. But yeah, I keep getting that someone's like brooding over you. And there's something about a cat coming up here, maybe specifically a black cat. I'm also getting the Queen of Wands coming up on your energy. So what I'm getting is that, yeah, and Temperance. This has been going on a long time. And I'm hearing that you've had this slow burn effect on this person where they thought they could kind of outrun your energy, or they thought that if they physically cut ties with you or disconnected from you, that they would stop thinking about you. But what I'm getting is that they're still feeling this literal magnetism towards you. They're feeling this magnetic pull towards you. Now, I feel this person has not said anything about that in the physical. And the reason for that being that they're too proud to say anything about it, because I feel like this person really burned a bridge with you, whether this is romantic, platonic, a family member. I really feel like they burned a bridge with you, and they may have even kind of painted you in a very negative light. I'm hearing like moralized you. They may have like taken some kind of made up moral high ground here and caused you to be sort of like morally put down in the process, meaning like, I mean, to put it simply, they told themselves or painted you out to be like a bad person in some kind of way, or someone with ill intentions, even though that's so opposite of your actual energy and your actual persona. I feel like this person has been fighting your magnetism for a long time. And it almost like makes them mad that you're still in their head, but they still can't stop thinking about you. They're still like brooding over you, just not reaching out and not saying anything about it. This is a very complicated kind of energy. For some of you, this person could be a Scorpio, or Scorpio season could be significant for you. That won't be for everyone. But I feel with the Strength card that, you know what I'm picking up on? I feel that this is someone who sees that you are connecting, or I should say, maybe they don't see it if it's not yet unfolding physically for some of you. For some of you, it may be unfolding physically. But for many of you, this is a shift that's been taking place in your energy, where, as we've been describing, you've been moving into this state of, well, first of all, I'm hearing being more self-loving. That was the first step. You learned to love yourself and you weren't afraid to stand alone. And now as a result of that, you are attracting in this very rare, very high vibrational timeline in love, where you are connecting in with the energy of a very high level soulmate or a twin flame. This could be the return of someone from your past in a healed state. This could be someone entirely new. This may be someone you're already with for some of you, but it feels like you're connecting with this very high frequency love relationship. And this person is aware of that, and it's like triggering them because, again, like they're mad that they're still thinking about you. And honestly, I will say as well that your confidence seems to trigger this person also. Like you being so sure of yourself, you being so confident. I'm hearing take you down a peg. Like maybe when you were with this person or when you were more connected with them, they would say or do things to subtly try and kind of bring you down a notch because they were always threatened by how confident you were within yourself and by what a strong presence and strong energy you are. I have to say that for some of them, this is someone who often preys upon weaker people, meaning they gravitate towards people who are weaker in terms of like dating or friendships. They feel more comfortable around people that they consider to be weaker because it kind of elevates them in some way by comparison. But the thing is, this person could not help but be drawn to you, even though you are someone who carries a very strong energy and aura. And again, this is someone who usually is not, it sounds strange, but they're not usually drawn to actually like confident, self-loving, self-aware, and I also want to say attractive, like there's something attractive about your field, your energy, whether or not you consider yourself to be physically attractive. And of course, I hope that you do, because you truly are. And there's something about your energy, your aura, that reflects in this beautiful, unique way in your appearance. So I hope that you see that beauty and that attractive quality within yourself. But regardless, this is someone who considers you to be very attractive. But the strange thing is, they don't usually go after people that they consider to be attractive, either like attractive in the energetic sense or in the physical sense. They tend to surround themselves with people who are, I'm hearing, down and out, or in a very low vibrational state, or feeling really low about themselves, because, well, I'm hearing this person likes to be the savior, and it also makes them more comfortable. But you came into their life and you were someone that they could not resist, meaning it's like they were so insanely drawn to you and attracted to you and wanted to be around you. And they're almost like mad at themselves for feeling that way, because again, usually they like to be around people who they consider to be weaker than themselves, or less attractive than themselves, or something like that. This is such a strange energy. I feel like I haven't picked up on this thread of energy, at least not in this way before. So I have no idea who this is for. But the thing about this person is, I feel that ultimately they got very triggered because they realized that they couldn't like own or possess your light for themselves. They couldn't lay claim to your light, or like just, I see someone like adding their name to something, like some kind of award or something. I don't even know. It's like this person wanted to kind of like take credit for your light, or like own it, or be entitled to it in some way. And they got very jealous that you were still perceived widely, like by other people, as being this magnetic, confident, strong, attractive person. And this triggered them so much that even though they were absolutely in love with you and obsessed with you, they walked themselves out of your life, or disconnected from you from that place of pride. And now, ever since, it's like they've been haunted by your magnetic energy. And now it's getting even stronger because they can sense that you are aligning with this timeline, with this frequency that corresponds to a timeline where you are going to be, or already are experiencing, this very high level romantic twin flame or soulmate kind of situation that actually enhances and celebrates your confidence, rather than trying to take you down a notch like this person may have always done in the past. You found or you are going to be finding a person who, I'm hearing, they love you in the way that you love yourself, because you've learned to love yourself so deeply, and they actually admire you in your power, in your strength, in your confidence. They aren't afraid of your magnetism or trying to own your energy for themselves. They are celebrating you. And this isn't just true in love. I'm getting that this is also reflecting out into the kinds of relationships you are attracting in terms of friends, in terms of community, business opportunities, those kinds of things. You are really exclusive now to those kinds of people and connections that can truly celebrate you in your light, that don't just tolerate you or even try to take you down a notch because your light triggers them in some way, or your confidence makes them feel smaller in some way. Those kinds of connections are just like completely banished from your life, for lack of better wording. They can no longer connect with you in the same way. But the thing is, many of them, like this person who's been coming up here, are still sensing you very strongly in the quantum field, even if they aren't able to fully connect with you. So they're sensing that you are rising into this place of even greater empowerment, that you are surrounding yourself with people who truly admire you and enhance your light and celebrate you in your power. And that is very triggering to them, even if it's at a distance, even if they aren't able to really reach you or connect with you. And that's what I feel happening with this particular person who's been coming up in this reading. So I know that this thread of energy got so incredibly specific. I feel like it's been a while since I've channeled something that specific, even down to some of the visuals. I don't know who that will be for. But let's go ahead and see if there are any other messages or threads of energy that want to come through here. Can I channel anything else? Whoa, okay, we have a couple cards. Okay, this feels like more of a personal message for someone. And there's something happening within your throat chakra here. I'm hearing it's a subtle throat chakra activation and upgrade. And the reason I say that it's subtle is because it's not loud. It may not even be really that externalized yet. This is the kind of throat chakra activation that you may not even realize is taking place consciously. You may just be feeling like you need to rest quite a bit more, and like there's this massive change happening in you that you can't quite explain. You may actually be feeling the need at times to be more quiet than usual, to be more introspective, to almost like preserve your voice, because subconsciously there's a knowing that there is this throat chakra activation happening that is requiring a lot of your energy. So you may actually be more quiet or more contemplative than usual, or wanting more periods of time of silence. That's what I'm picking up on here. But I'm also getting that for someone listening, I'm hearing, first of all, you're going to come out of this clearer and stronger. That's what I'm picking up, clearer and stronger, especially in your throat chakra. This may even be literal. This could even reflect in a newfound strength and clarity in your actual vocal tone that is noticeable to others even. But I'm getting as well that you may be finding yourself reflecting back on certain things in your life. I'm hearing certain shifts or choices or decisions that you may have made, and you may be wondering if you missed an opportunity or missed a window or made the wrong choice along the way. And so I feel like this message is coming in to confirm that it is safe to surrender. It's safe to let go of those looping thoughts. It's safe to relax here and allow yourself to just rest and be rejuvenated, and trust that, well, first of all, there's something about the shifts or choices that you may have made. I'm hearing reconstruction or realignment. Maybe you made certain choices to realign certain things, or like move around certain things, like in your business, in your life, in relationships, in your environment. And these choices may have felt very divinely inspired at the time because they were divinely inspired. However, you may have come to question or doubt them because they didn't lead to immediate results or changes that you were expecting to see, or that the ego was expecting to see. But I'm picking up that you're being guided to rest, to relax, and to still trust the unfolding process here, because I feel that, first of all, you did make the correct shifts and changes, even if in the physical, you're not necessarily fully seeing the results yet that you initially may have expected to come in very quickly. I'm picking up that something very powerful is gradually unfolding here, but there's an emphasis on that word gradually, that it's happening as like this progression, but it's almost like requiring you to rest within that realignment, to like shut things down a bit, to give yourself that time and space to breathe and to allow this change to fully settle, to allow these upgrades without necessarily overthinking the choices that you did make from that inspired place. And again, those choices were truly inspired. That keeps being emphasized to me, that like you didn't make the wrong choice. It's just still in the process of unfolding behind the scenes. And so I just keep hearing it's safe to rest. It's safe to relax. That's what keeps coming up here. With the Lovers card in the upright position, again, wow, this card is very strong on your energy. There is just such a strong alignment happening right now between you and this very powerful, intense, deep soulmate connection or twin flame connection, whatever this is for you. So maybe for some of you, the choice that you made or choices that you made could have been related to your love life. So for some of you, I'm hearing, for example, this is very specific, but if you are in the dating world and you were in the past exploring different dating options or opportunities, you may have made a choice recently to kind of realign yourself by setting boundaries with or distancing from or even cutting off many of those different people or connections, like either from your past or your present, that you may have been kind of keeping open romantically. And you may be feeling kind of in this void space because it felt really inspired to make that shift. I'm hearing it felt like you were in alignment with your own truth when you made that shift, or you may have spoken some truth to those others that felt like a breath of fresh air, that felt really freeing. But then now that you're in this void or this kind of lull period, you may be wondering, like, did I make the right decision? But I'm hearing yes, if that very specific group is you. I'm hearing yes, you made the right decision because you've cleared the space for this powerful new love connection or the re-entrance of someone to come in with full force. It's like you've cleared the way for it. Now, I know that that's only going to apply to a small group, but for others of you, I'm picking up that you may have made like certain other changes to like a relationship in your life when it comes to the way you are relating to certain others, again, especially maybe in a romantic relationship. And somehow it led to some period of time where you may have felt more alone, but not lonely is what I'm hearing. Like you haven't been feeling lonely, just like you're kind of in a little bit of a void or like a limbo space, feeling that something very powerful is coming together, but not fully able to see it yet. And I'm hearing, yes, 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 you are in that place where everything is coming together that you can't see yet. And you are literally in the sweet spot when it comes to whatever this thing is that's going to manifest in your life, meaning you're in the perfect position to receive whatever this is. But I'm hearing for some of you, it's almost like you're early, like you've arrived to the perfect position to receive exactly what you want, but you feel like you're in a void because it's still being lined up for you. But that doesn't mean that you're in the wrong position. It means you've been guided to this place. It means you're exactly where you need to be, and it's being prepared for you to meet you where you are. I'm hearing effortlessly and easily as well. So I'm going to go ahead and reshuffle the cards here. I'm also going to take a quick sip of my coffee here as well. So can I channel into any other specific threads of energy for our collective here? Yeah, with the Seven of Cups in the reverse position, I feel like for a while you were in this state of, of course, okay, I have to be careful with my language here. My guides are wanting me to be very specific. So you were in the Seven of Cups energy for a long time, and we channeled a lot into this energy in recent years where you were in this place where you were opening up to like unlimited options, pathways, possibilities, and you may have not felt very guided to choose or select any one specific pathway, but you were expressing your multidimensional nature by leaving these pathways open, exploring them as you felt guided, jumping between different pathways and seeing how things were connecting with you energetically, how they were making you feel, whether they were enhancing and amplifying your light, your happiness, your sense of fulfillment, or whether they were depleting you in some way and being very self-loving through that process, meaning allowing yourself to be honest with yourself when something was draining you or wasn't necessarily benefiting your energy, because your energy is so important to preserve. It's being preserved for a higher purpose that you are serving on this planet in the now. No matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, your existence is serving a powerful purpose on this planet. And the way you're able to serve that purpose is through preserving your energy in a certain way. And of course, that's going to be unique and specific to you. But what I'm picking up is with this card, the Seven of Cups now coming out reversed, what this means is that you now have this deep knowingness that yes, you do have unlimited options and opportunities, but also through that process, you've become more aware of how certain things, people, and experiences affect you. And so lately, you may have actually felt guided to close the door on certain pathways that you left open because you've realized that, yes, you've had the freedom to explore them, but now you recognize that as your energy becomes higher vibrational, as your energy becomes finer, so to speak, like a finely tuned instrument, some of those open pathways are leaking your energy in ways that are actually depleting you or distracting you from where you want to be placing your energy. And so lately, you may have actually been choosing peace and clarity over having a lot of different options and pathways open at once. So you may have actually set boundaries with or closed doors or cut off some of these different options or things to streamline your energy in a stronger way. Now, this could be related to your love life. This could be related to friendships. I'm hearing quality over quantity. It's like you're learning that you would really rather have smaller, but like fewer, but more selective and higher vibrational, either like experiences or opportunities or ways to spend your time or connections or friendships or whatever this is, than to have many open pathways you can jump between, but to have many of those not reciprocating with you in a balanced way or draining your energy in some kind of way. I feel like you've experienced this like aha moment of clarity that's maybe guided you to actually consciously choose, like, yes, I know I do have the freedom to put my energy in all of these different places and directions, but I want to become more streamlined now because I'm figuring out where my energy is really worth investing. And I'm now consciously making the choice to invest my energy in ways that feel good to me, that feel aligned for me, that further my own dreams, my goals, that make me feel more lit up and fulfilled and alive and aligned, as opposed to kind of leaking my energy in so many different directions. So I feel like that's a major shift that's been happening for many in the collective. And again, this may apply to different areas of your life. So if this is for you, then take it however it does feel like it's connecting for you. I do hope something from this reading did connect for you in some kind of a meaningful way. And if so, I would love to hear from you in the comments section underneath this video. But I will be continuing this channeling into our extended readings. So if this has been connecting and you now want to join me in continuing this reading, then you can check out the extended version on either YouTube memberships or Patreon. And again, all of the information for that is in the pinned comment and description box underneath this video. Otherwise, I am sending you all huge amounts of love. Have an amazing remainder of your day and week, and of course, your weekend as well. Although I hope I do come back on with either maybe another live stream, because I really loved the first live stream that we did at the very beginning of this week. That was so much fun, and I want to do that again soon. So hopefully I will this weekend, or if not, hopefully I will at least come on with some additional content. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't yet. I would love to have you here as part of our YouTube family. And yeah, otherwise I am sending you so much love. Have a beautiful day, and I will connect with you here again in the next video.